Morning, everyone. Hope you're having a really great start to your day and that your weekend went really well. We're going to go ahead and we'll start on our mats and we'll start on our knees just to find our foundation and to really begin to work into our day. So if that doesn't feel good for you to be on the shins, then feel free to come into a comfortable seated position with the legs crossed. As you close the eyes, I want you to lift up through the base of the crown, tuck the chin slightly, and let's all close our eyes. As you start to bring your awareness to this space, into this time, begin to seal the lips and start to focus all of that breath, breathing in and out of the nose. So as you breathe deeply into the body, feel the lungs expanding and space being made between each of the ribs, and almost a lift of the heart and an expansion of the belly. I want you to breathe nice and slow so you bring the breath into the body systematically. So you're not rushing the breath at all. So as you inhale deeply, lift up through the crown, feel the tailbone ground into the floor or onto whatever seat you're sitting on, and a lift through the heart. We'll just take a few moments here to arrive into our day. And feel the sides of the mouth turn up into a smile. And find that rhythmic pace to your breath. And with the lips sealed, let's go ahead and begin to breathe. So as you breathe in through the nose, count silently to yourself to a count of 3. And when you get to the top of that breath, slowly breathe all of that air out. See if you can make the exhale slightly longer than your inhale. Inhaling deeply, feeling the crown lift, those sides of the body expand. And then exhale to release all of that old air. Do that one more time, keeping the lips sealed. Inhaling, counting silently to yourself. And then exhaling all of that old air out. Let's bring the hands together in front of the heart. Keep the eyes closed. 3 breaths in through the nose, out of the mouth to begin our practice. All together, inhale deeply through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh everything out. One more time, inhale deeply. Open the mouth, sigh all of that old air out. Keep this rhythmic foundation of your breath and seal the lips. And then when you're ready, we're going to come onto our backs. So when you come onto the back, have the knees bent right over the hips and the feet off of the floor. And so you'll kind of flex the feet here. And I want you to put the left hand on top of the knee. And you're going to push the right hand on top of the thigh. Put the right hand on top of the thigh. So I want you to feel this opposite movement of you pushing into the right knee as you're pulling the knee into the chest, and the same thing with that left hand. As you push the knee away, push the hand down and see if you can engage the core that way and also engage the thigh muscles. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. And then I want you to switch hands. Put the top of the right hand on top of the knee. The left hand is going to be in front of the thigh. See if you can find that opposite motion here, where you press the right knee into the palm. You pull that left knee back as you push it forward. Opposite action here. Don't forget to breathe. Take maybe 2 or 3 breaths here. Feel the core engage, and you might start to feel the outer and inner hips start to engage as well. Take one more breath. And then now bring the hands as fists and bring them inside the knees. And I want you to press the knees into the palms, and then at the same time try and expand the hands away from one another. So you should feel this in the arms, the knees, and the thighs. the same time, let's lift the head up so you're bringing your chest closer to the knuckles. Take 2 more breaths here. Keep the feet flexed. Keep the core engaged. And then now release the head. Bring the hands to the outsides of the thighs. Lift the head back up. And as you press the palms, trying to press the palms together, see if you can expand the knees away from one another. You should be getting into the shoulders, the core here as well. Keep lifting up through the heart. Feel the knees trying to open the palms even more. Take 1 more breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to extend the arms up overhead, extend the legs out in front of you. Then you're going to lift the torso, bring the hands behind the back. That right knee is going to hover over the right hip, Lift through the heart, take a big inhale in. As you exhale, left elbow to the right knee. Inhale to switch, and then exhale the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale to come back to center and switch. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Inhale to switch, legs extend, left knee comes in, right elbow to the left knee. 1 more time. Extend the legs out, bring the right knee in, left elbow to the right knee. Keep the chest lifted, extend the right leg, right elbow to left knee. Inhale to come back to center, extend the fingertips towards the feet. Keep lifting up through the heart, core is engaged here. Don't forget to breathe. Take 1 more big breath in and a full breath out. Knees come into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins, maybe rock from side to side. And then just notice, are you starting to get that heat build? Some of us might have already been up earlier and have the heat built inside the body. For those of us that are just getting warmed up, I want you to keep the lips sealed as much as possible to keep that heat within. That's going to help us warm up the body even quicker. Come up to seated, rock the sit bones from side to side. Left palm comes onto the floor. Inhale the right arm up and over that right ear. Keep pressing into the left palm. Feel the right sit bone glued to the floor as you reach the right arm over, making space along the right side of the torso. You can gaze neutral. You can look up towards the hand or the hand down on the floor. Take 1 more breath wherever you are. And then inhale, come up to center, right hand to the floor. Exhale, left hand leans over. Press the right hand into the palm. Soften through the left shoulder. Feel the left sit bone really glued to the floor so you can feel the space being made between each rib. Take another full breath here. Really nice. We're going to come back to center, cross over the ankles, and find your table pose. So table pose, we always start with the foundation in all of the poses. And in this pose, the knees are underneath the hips. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor if possible. If that's too much, you can always tuck the toes. Then I want you to spread the fingers nice and wide. Rotate the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. It's almost like you're rotating the forearms towards one another. Pull the navel towards the spine. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders and reach the crown of the head forward as you press the tailbone back. So we'll come into a couple of cat-cows here. I want you to start with the base of the tailbone. So as you inhale, feel the tailbone extend, heart lifts up, gaze up towards the ceiling. And then the same motion, start with the tailbone, round the back, chin comes towards the chest last. Again, initiate at the tailbone, inhale to lengthen, heart reaches forward, gaze up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, start with the pelvis, engage the core, round the back, chin towards the chest. 1 more time, inhale, lengthen, and exhale to round. Take a couple of breaths here, you can wag the hips if that feels good. Find your neutral spine here. Keep the core engaged and keep pressing the floor away. Take 1 more full breath and a full breath out. I want you to stay right where, keep the left knee right where it is and just step the right foot between the palms. Use the knee to come up. Reach the heart forward and you can dip into this left hip if that feels good. So if you do that, walk the right foot forward. I don't want the knee going past the right ankle, but if you want to get a little stretch in that hip, then you can lean into that knee. And then we're going to bring the hands and interlace them behind the back. And then remember which thumb is on top. I like to start with my right thumb on top. Bring the hands to that right wrist. So you feel like a little bit of a stretch through the chest, and then pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Lift the heart up towards the chin. Keep pressing into the ball of the right foot. Take one more full cycle of breath here. And then very gently release the hands all the way down. Step the right knee back. Bring the left foot in front. Walk the foot forward. Make sure that the ankle is underneath the knee. Now again, you can sink into that front hip if you'd like. Just don't let the right or the left ankle go past the left knee. Vice versa. And then when you are ready, you're going to reach the heart forward. Use the left knee to come up. And then once you find your foundation, soften your shoulders. Interlace the hands behind the back and interlace that opposite thumb now. For me, it's going to be the left thumb on top. Bring the hands over to the left side of the hip. Lift up through the heart as you pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Core is staying engaged here. Sternum is lifting up towards the chin. Take another breath here. And then when you're ready, release the hands all the way down to the floor. Step the knees back. Tuck the toes and just hover the knees off of the floor just slightly. So I want you to press the palms into the floor, almost like you're trying to press the booty back. Chin is slightly tucked so that the back of the neck is long. Take another breath here, hovering the knees off of the floor. And then when you're ready, go ahead and start to straighten into the legs. You can pedal out the feet. That feels good. You can stay in stillness. Wherever you are, keep pressing the palms down so you can press the heart closer to the front of the thighs. Lift the tailbone up high. We'll take 3 breaths here. Feel the hands pressing into the floor. Hamstrings reaching for the back of the room. You'll take 1 more cycle of breath. And look at your toes. Begin to walk your hands back towards your toes. You'll be in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Widen the feet so that the feet are a little bit wider than hip distance, and then grab onto opposite elbows. Tuck the chin so that the crown of the head is pointing to the floor. Bring the weight into the toes. See if you can bring the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. Take a breath here. Let the torso get heavy. Maybe even start to sway from side to side. Take 1 more full breath. And then you'll release the hands down to the floor. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Find a flat back. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Feel the palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Find your mountain pose. Release the hands to the sides of the body. And then did you lose your smile? Turn the corners of the mouth up. Feel the feet rooting into the floor. And grow really tall through the spine. Take a couple of breaths. Take 1 more breath in. And a full breath out. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Step to the front of the mat or towards the front of where you're practicing. Release the hands. As you ground the feet into the floor, on your inhale, raise the arms up. Feel the palms touch overhead. As you exhale, lead with the heart. Dive all the way down over the thighs. Inhale with a flat back. Bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Plant the palms, step back into a high plank pose. Shoulders are over the wrists. On your inhale, I want you to rock the shoulders past the wrist and lower slowly all the way down. See if the hips can be the last to touch the floor. Once the hips touch, untuck the toes, zipper the feet together, roll the shoulder blades back, hug the elbows close to the body. Inhale the back of the head for a baby cobra. As you do this, you're pressing the pubic bone into the floor. You're also pressing the tops of the feet into the floor to engage the legs. Take another breath in to lift the back of the head a little bit higher. And then exhale to release. Inhale to tuck the toes and firm the thighs. With or without the knees, make your way back into downward facing dog as you exhale. Once you get into downward dog, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale to lift the heels up. As you exhale, you can bend the knees and hop or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, hands to the shins. Crown reaches forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Again, inhale, arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, lead with the heart. Dive all the way down over the thighs. Inhale, flat back, hands to the shins. Pull the crown of the head forward. Exhale to fold forward, bend the knees, plant the palms, step into plank pose. Firm the thighs, firm the core. Inhale to rock the shoulders past the wrists. Now as you exhale, this time lower halfway down, bring the elbows in line with the body. Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale to press into the palms and the feet, upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, you're going to press into the palms, lift the hips, roll over the toes, back into downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Big, deep inhale. Full exhale. 2 more times. Bring the navel to the spine. Lift the sit bones high. Hamstrings reach for the back room. 1 more full breath. Inhale to lift the heels. Bend the knees. Bottom of your exhale, hop or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Hands can come to the shins or they can stay onto the floor. Exhale to fold forward. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Feel the palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms touch. Exhale to lead with the heart. Dive over the thighs. Inhale, hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, step into plank pose. 2 choices, either cobra or upward facing dog for your back bend. So as you inhale, rock the shoulders forward. Choose as you lower what back bend you want to come into. Inhale to come into your back bend, either cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, navel to spine, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Feel the sit bones lift higher to the ceiling. Press the palms down and forward so you're stretching the floor forward. And then press the hamstrings for the back of the room. Take 1 more full breath. And I want you to roll into plank pose. Walk the hands forward just a little bit. We're kind of in a Superman plank pose. So the wrists are past the shoulders. I want you to press into the palms. Still have a flat back. Notice if you want to lift that booty or if you start sagging the hips. So press the palms away. Ears are in line with the shoulders. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then I want you to come down onto the forearm and point the fingers towards that left hand. And the arm is kind of at a 45-degree angle. You're going to roll onto the right edge of the foot. So use your hand as balance. We're in a modified side pose here. And so if you bring the hand to the floor for balance, that's great. You can bring the hand to the left hip. You can lift that left hip high. Keep pressing the forearm into the floor. Take another breath. If you want to lift the hand up to the ceiling, go ahead and do so. 1 more full breath in. And then as you exhale, that forearm is going to switch. We're going to point it towards the right corner of the mat. Roll onto the edge of the left foot. Lift the right hip high. Right hand can come to the hip. As you press into the forearm, you can lift the hip, maybe add the arm to it. Keep reaching the heels away. Take another full breath in. And then exhale, come back to your plank pose. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Big breath in to grow tall. Lift the hips as you exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. One last time. Inhale deeply. Pause at the top. And then slowly open the mouth to sigh it out. On the next inhale, raise the right leg up. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. I want you to stay on the back toe crease. Walk the right foot just slightly over to the right a little bit closer to that right hand. Reach the crown of the head forward. As you press into the ball of the right foot, really press into that left toe mound in the back. Hands are going to sweep behind you, pointing towards the left foot. Keep the crown of the head in line with the shoulders and the back of the neck long. Notice if that right hip wants to come forward, so if you can pull the hips in line with one another. Back leg is nice and firm. Take another big, deep breath in, and then release the hands down to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale the left leg up. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. Walk that foot over to that left hand just slightly and pull the left hip back. Right leg stays engaged. When you're ready, you're going to just lift the torso and extend the fingertips back towards that right leg. Feel the torso in line with the right leg and all of that energy through the spine. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Feel the collarbone moving away from the chin, the core engaged. Take one more cycle of breath. And then we'll release the hands down to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath in and a full breath out. Right leg lifts, look forward, plant the foot between the palms, ground the right foot into the floor, lift the left heel up high, arms sweep back behind you. Pull the right hip back. On the next inhale, let's bring the arms up now, right alongside the ears. Rotate the pinkies towards one another, lift the fingertips up. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in and a full cycle of breath out. Hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers, right thumb on top. Bring the hands over towards the right hip, and then notice if you started favoring the hip, pull the right hip back. Lift up through the heart. Take another big, full breath in. And then I want you to release the hands gently all the way down to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Find your breath here. Take a full cycle in and a full cycle out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. Reach the heart forward. And then let's bring the arms behind us first. Point them towards that right heel. On the next inhale, sweep the arms alongside the ears for high crescent. Wrap the triceps forward around the arms so the pinkies turn in towards one another. Lift up through the heart. Soften through the shoulders. Take another full breath here. Hands come behind the back. Interlace the fingers in the awkward feeling way. Left thumb should be on top, perhaps for you. And then bring the hands now to that left hip. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Lift up through the heart. Take a full deep breath in and a deep breath out. Release the hands all the way down to the floor. Step back, find downward facing dog. Big inhale in. Keep the lips sealed. Exhale completely. Take 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, let's raise that right leg back up. Look forward, plant the foot between the palms. We're going to come all the way up right away. Arms come right alongside the ears. Bring the arms out to a T. Inhale to grow tall through the spine. This time when you exhale, I want you to twist, keep the arms out, but twist towards that right knee. Inhale to come back to center, keep the arms extending away from one another, and then exhale once again, twist towards the right knee. One last time, inhale to come back to center. As you exhale, twist towards the right knee. Pause here. Right hand comes down behind you to that thigh. Lift the left arm up. Gaze into the left palm. Take another big breath in. And then as you exhale, windmill the hands down. Step into downward facing dog. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath. On the next inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward, plant the foot between the palms. Rise up into your high crescent. Arms right alongside the ears. Find your balance. And then arms come out to a T. Take an inhale to extend the arms away from one another. And then as you exhale, twist now to the left knee. Inhale to come back to center. Again, exhale, twist now to the left knee again. One last time. Inhale to come back to center. As you exhale, twist towards that left knee. Stay here and pause. Left hand comes to the thigh. Reach the right hand up. Gaze into the palm. Take a big, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more full breath. And then let's do one more standing series. Inhale the right leg up. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. Come up into your high crescent. Arms right alongside the ears. Bring the hands down to the heart. And grow tall through the spine. So if you need to walk that right foot forward to have space, go ahead and do so. I want you to sink into that front knee. Keep both hips pointing forward. Hands at the heart. Inhale to grow tall through the spine. Either choose to stay here or exhale to twist back to that right knee and hook the elbow towards the knee. Keep the left leg firm. Keep pressing the palms together. Pull the navel to the spine to help twist the torso to gaze over that right elbow. Big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale to unwind. Hands come to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Deep inhale in. Keep the lips sealed. Exhale. One more breath. Next inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward, plant the foot. Inhale to come up, high crescent. Arms right alongside the ears. Sink into that front knee. If you need to widen your stance, go ahead and walk the left foot forward. Hands come to the heart. Inhale to lift up and out of the torso. Choose to stay here or exhale to twist. Right elbow presses into the left thigh. Keep the right leg firm. Keep gazing towards that left elbow or towards the left shoulder. One more full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to unwind. Hands come down to the floor. Step into plank pose. Walk the hands forward. Find Superman plank pose now. And as you press the palms into the floor, reach the crown of the head forward. Heels extend back. Take one more breath in. And then let's lower the knees. Find child's pose. Bring the arms right alongside the ears. Now as you press the forehead into the floor, feel the sit bones press back towards the heels. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe if you feel a little bit too much heat built in, you can open the mouth for a few exhales. And then on your next inhale, when you're ready, you can choose to stay in child's pose, or you can come up into your comfortable seated position. So as we began, rock the sit bones from side to side, lift up through the heart, left palm comes down to the floor. Inhale to sweep that right arm over the right ear. Now I just want you to Pay attention to how the body feels now. Where's the mind at? Even notice, are you able to slow and calm your breath? Inhale to switch sides. Right hand comes down to the floor. Exhale to sweep that left arm right over the left ear. Keep pressing the right hand into the floor. Feel that space along the left side of the torso. One more full breath. And then inhale, let's come back to center, eyes closed. Hands come together overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Feel the thumbs connecting to the heart. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. And then just take 3 breaths here. And then before you blink the eyes open, I want you to choose how you want your day to go today. Each one of us, it's up to us to choose our actions and our reactions. So you can choose to be happy, even with all of the things that are happening in your life, the circumstances that are happening in the world. And if we choose to lead with happiness, then maybe how we choose will also make others choose happiness for themselves as well. And we'll take a big, deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh everything out. One last time. Big, deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. Namaste. I hope that you had a great practice this morning. Starting our foundation Monday morning, the beginning of our week sets the tone for the rest of the week. So I hope you chose to start with a strong foundation today and you take that foundation into each day for the rest of this week. And remember our practice, I was just getting going too. I feel like I could have practiced for another hour with you guys. But just remember, it's only 30 minutes, right, that we're doing. And anyone can sit there for 30 minutes. Even if your yoga is sitting there and breathing for 30 minutes, that is your yoga. So make sure that you choose what is best for you, but you also choose to lead with good and positive interactions to those around you. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for practicing with me. And I will see you on Wednesday at 9 a.m.